Hi, it's Joe Mazumdar of Exploration Insights. I'm at the Metals Investment Forum, the March 2021 Virtual Metals Investment Forum around PDAC. And with me today, I have the VP of Corporate Development of Loncor Resources, which is LN on the Venture Exchange. And I'm not sure about the ticker on the OTC, but they do have one. And Loncor is basically focused in Central Africa and the Democratic Republic of the Congo. So John, welcome.
Yeah, thanks, Joe.
So Loncor has been around for a while, and whenever you go to places, let's say of elevated geopolitical risk, you want people that have a lot of experience in the country, and your management team and has had a lot of experience in that part of the world.
Yeah, obviously everyone claims experience in their management team, but from our point of view, two key elements. Our CEO, Arnie Conrad, and major shareholder, he owns 24% of the shares. He's been in the DRC for almost 30 years, so been there through 4 governments and really knows how to operate in this country. And then secondly, our president, Peter Cowley, he's got around 30 million ounces of resource, both in the DRC and neighboring countries in the sort of geology that we operate on. So yeah, real experience there.
Okay, and your focus right now is on what we call greenstone belts, gold associated with greenstone belts, and that's in the DRC. And one big mine there is the Tier 1 asset, Kibali, which is run by Anglo Gold and Barrick. And then you in Tanzania, you've got the Geita mine and that. And so there's obviously a background of large Tier 1 assets there. And what's Loncor's footprint in that area?
Yeah, well, we have these assets, as I say, we built up over the last 12 years, but one in particular, Dumbi, is really creating all the focus for Loncor, and I think it's the company maker as it's emerging. The real essence of the story is we've got ounces, and those ounces are going to grow dramatically over the next 3 to 6 months. And they're very high-grade ounces, which is really a mirror of what Kibali has got. And just to put Kibali into perspective, which I think is useful, given that it's got very similar resource ounces to us in the open pit, it's just come up with 2020 results. EBITDA for the project was over 900 million ounces for $900 million. So that gives you an idea. Its costs for all-in costs were $778 an ounce, the lowest in Barrick's stable of African companies. So we're looking, obviously, to come up with something with very similar economics. So we probably won't have the same production as them at 800,000 ounces. It's a smaller deposit, but currently Dumbi sits around 2.5 million ounces. We hope to take it in the pit to close to 3 million ounces in the next 3 to 6 months. And then underground, the drilling we're doing currently should add another around 1 million ounces, but open at depth below 600 meters. So yeah, very exciting for us what's happening at Dumbi.
So what kind of grades are you looking at in terms of the open pit?
Yeah, well, the grades of the open pit are sitting around 2.5 grams a ton. And as you know, many projects sit around 1 gram. And still make significant money, and we've got 1.5 grams on that currently. It's early stages; it's inferred resources, so we still have more work to do. But you can imagine the economics are really compelling with those sort of grades coming out.
Okay, and so not only do you have, obviously this one's your project that you're running with, that I believe between the other local owners you've got about 85% of. You've also got a joint venture on, because you've got quite a big land package in this greenstone belt. I think it's called Ngayu, and that is being actually explored by Barrick. Can you let us know what's going on in that part of your portfolio?
Yeah, our total package sits around 3,500 kilometers of Ngayu. We control the belt, and there's gold occurrences throughout there. There's a history of mining throughout there. But Barrick appear to be looking for Kibali 2 on our ground, and they have an earn-in joint venture on around 56% of the ground that we control. So not all of it. We will keep our own control on the Dumbi and other projects such as Macapella, which are very exciting. But yeah, they're looking for Kibali 2. And since June, they've had it for over 4 years, the joint venture interest. They've done early stage groundwork, but since June of last year, they've had 2 drill rigs looking on there and really trying to get a better feel for the project. So they're obviously looking for the tier 1 projects. They have the right to earn into 65% if they offer up a positive pre-feasibility study. We don't have to contribute to that point at all. So it's a free carry up to then. Only after that, through feasibility, we have to contribute. Anything below that tier 1, 5 million ounce category drop that they don't want to carry on with, it comes back to us for free. So really, it's sort of the cream on top for us. Dumbi is where the value release will be, the catalyst for everything. But anything that happens there, obviously, will be very positive for us as well.
So you've just recently, raised capital, was it towards the end of last year? And so in terms of catalysts coming up, you're funded to deliver. Well, what should any potential investor now look forward to seeing from Loncor?
Well, we're sort of 2/3 of the way of drilling a Dumbi. And we've made announcements on a number of drill holes, which are all consistent with what we want to see there. So everything seems to be going well there. So we'll continue to have a number of drill hole releases at a Dumbi over the next month or so, couple of months. That is now already being put into a model, into a resource model. So we'll be hoping to come up with a open pit upgrade of resource within the next couple of months. And then beyond that, we're also looking to increase the underground resources with the drilling that is taking place. So those are the 2 immediate things: resource grade for the pit, and then the underground. And then once we have the pit information, that'll be plugged straight into a scoping study, or PEA, in order for us to get a real grasp of the likely economics and that we can get from the open pit at a Dumbi. So sometime in the early stages of the second half of the year, we'd hope to have an announcement on the pit PEA.
Okay, and also, I mean, a significant shareholder of Loncor is Resolute Mining. Is that the case?
That's correct. Yeah, they're owning around 25% of our shareholders.
And for our investors or the people watching, well, who is Resolute Mining?
Resolute is an Australian-based gold mining group who've been active in areas such as Tanzania for over a decade, places like Golden Pride. They came in to us as a shareholder just around 2 years ago, and have been supportive shareholders all the way through. I mean, I speak for Resolute, but they have a number of these sort of investments in companies such as ours, and obviously looking at the projects, 2, 3, 4 million ounce projects that may become available to them.
Okay, well, thanks very much, John. I appreciate it. That's John Barker, Vice President of Corporate Development of Loncor Resources, speaking to us from London and about their projects in the DR Congo. Okay, that's it for me, Joe Mazumdar, Exploration Insights at the Metals Investor Forum, March version 2021 around PDAC. Thank you very much for joining, and hopefully that was helpful.